Ben began sort of speaking to me again, instead of closing up like a sun-deprived flower every time I get within 5 feet of him, is when I sensed Joel circling cautiously, trying to close some of the distance between us, searching for weak spots in my armor. And now a picture of the 3 of us mysteriously appears where he knows I'll see it. It's just a little too coincidental. Before I can say anything else, JD brightens. "Let's have someone take a picture of us. Now that we're always behind the camera, we're never in pictures anymore." When the someone she grabs is none other than Meredith, I stiffen. I know JD's intentions are good, but her efforts to orchestrate a truce between Meredith and me have started to feel like theatrical demonstrations of, "Look, I'm living proof that fights with Meredith Kopala aren't a death sentence." In JD's case, it's true. In mine, not so much. I stand there, trying not to look uncomfortable as JD gives Meredith a quick tutorial on operating the camera. Then JD bounds over to me and puts her arm around my waist. We press our faces together, and I do my best to smile. In the few seconds it takes for Meredith to snap the picture and hand off the camera to JD, she doesn't look at me once. Probably because all she'd see is the traitor responsible for the blackened, ash-coated remains of what had been our junior year homecoming float. And that wasn't even the biggest thing I ruined. As she rejoins the rest of the cheerleaders, I think about how strange it is to be standing in the middle of the football field when so much has changed. Not the hot dog and popcorn-scented air crackling with competitive energy and celebratory yells and school pride. That's exactly the way I remember it. But now that I've traded my teal and white pleated skirt and shell top for street clothes and a black camera, a lot like JD's strapped around my neck, the only indicator that I used to be a part of the group of clapping, kicking girls to my left is the injuries. Hence the flesh-colored brace clamped around my left wrist and hand like a robotic glove. Not to mention the damage that no one else can see. A scuffling sound scratches through the speakers as Mr. Fielding, our principal, steps up to the podium. I ready my camera as JD jogs away to work a different angle. Mr. Hargrove waves at the crowd, then salutes the football players who are lined up on the opposite side of the stage next to the marching band. The football players have removed their helmets, per Coach Simmons' orders. Fielding lays his arm around Mr. Hargrove's shoulders. "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen." The crowd erupts into cheers, as if he'd announced that everyone had won $1 million. "Tonight is a very special night. Not only are our Ravens playing their very first game on home turf," he pauses, waiting for the roar from the stands to quiet, "but we're also here to welcome back our friend, algebra teacher extraordinaire, and father to our very own Joel. Please give a hero's welcome to Mr. Cedric Hargrove." The crowd explodes into a fresh frenzy, and my camera captures frame after frame of Principal Fielding proudly squeezing Mr. Hargrove's shoulder, while Joel maintains his uneasy posture in the background. On my other side, Meredith jumps and kicks so vigorously that my ponytail sways in the breeze her limbs create. "Thank you all. It's so good to be home," Mr. Hargrove says into the mic. He pulls Joel into a side hug while the stands roar. "I want to thank everyone who kept us in their prayers and who took care of my family while I was gone. Especially everyone who kept my boys in line." He ruffles Joel's blonde hair, then waves to a spot in the stands where I assume Joel's mom and younger brothers are seated, before leaning back into the mic. "One of the things I get asked a lot before I leave for duty is, 'Are you scared?' It's been a long time since I've had to answer that question with yes, and I'll tell you why. During my first deployment, I was injured pretty badly. I woke up in the hospital with a collapsed lung.